And we're going to start things off. The bitter end. The Battle of the Brothers Tag Team Match. Introducing first at this time, hailing from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Weighing in tonight at 375 pounds. The team of the Stingers, Matthew Grant. And the Messiah of the Facelusters, the Reject J.T. Kirk.
Thank you for joining us, wrestling fans. This is New Frontier presents The Bitter End. I am Kevin Caligari, being joined by the Honorable, and when I'm talking about you, I mean that seriously, the Honorable George McKay. And George, what a great way to end the year, sitting here with you, watching some of the very best Ontario has to offer.
I couldn't have said it better myself, and I think you're honorable, and we're in for a night of amazing wrestling, amazing sportsmanship, and we're here because this is The Bitter End. And how do you kick off a night like this without one of the most decorated tag teams in all of Ontario Indie Pro Wrestling? Empire. Love them or like them, hate them or leave them, these guys are the Standard and the Reject, and they do it oh so well.
Kevin. Well, very much so. They very much live up to that moniker of the most decorated tag team. Not only have they held gold together, each of them have held singles gold. And when you throw Crystal Moon into the mix, you're talking about former trios champions across multiple companies, George.
Well, and as we know, as Bay City makes their entrance, and I love this tag team and what they can do, we cannot forget to talk about the misfit Crystal Moon. We know Empire travels in threes. Even if the match may not be trios action, Crystal Moon has got to be lurking somewhere in the Triple C.
That could be the case. I must admit, I haven't seen her in the building. The two men that I have seen are Judas and Seth, the Bay City Choir Boys. Frankly, we're talking from a fan standpoint. These are two of the most electrifying competitors on the scene today. They know each other like brothers, frankly, because they are brothers. They've trained together throughout their whole careers, a combined 30 years of experience between them. This should be quite an interesting battle between two of the best brother teams in Canada.
I was actually just going to touch on that. When you've got brothers, and we're not talking about brotherhood, we're talking about biological brothers, you've got symmetry that no one can touch and no one can match. You know what the other one's thinking? Just by a look, just by a gaze, just by a hand signal. You got to figure out who's got the stronger symmetry. Will it be Empire or will it be the Bay City Choir Boys? And guess what? We don't have to wait too much longer, Kevin, because we're about to find out.
We sure are. Matthew Grant making a big statement to start things off. Will he be able to live up to him?
It's actually a really nice shirt.
It is. I like it. I like it.
Well, that's nice. He's getting the crowd a chance for the other team.
I feel like he's mocking. Matthew Grant loves to mock his opponents. We've seen it time and time again.
You're right. And one thing Matthew Grant is not short on, other than his height, is his words. You can really mouth off like this.
Very much so. Man's got the bark of a pit bull, that's for sure, but as he looks across the ring, someone who's the size of a mastiff, Judas Cassidy, the powerhouse of the Bay City Choir Boys.
Well, and here's the thing, right? You're absolutely right. It's more like a Chihuahua going up against a Great Dane.
No bark, no bite.
But I will say this about Matthew Grant. I mean, I was talking to him backstage, and he got a little personal with me, believe it or not. He did. He told me that he's really excited because today marks 10 years since he hit puberty, so that's a good thing.
I did not expect that.
I know you did. I thought I'd throw it out there early. A little Christmas gift for you, my friend.
Well, Matthew Grant, that's one thing that has gotten him so far in this business is that emotional standpoint that he takes in wrestling, but at the same time, that gets him in a lot of trouble. And if he starts mouthing off a little bit too much to the Bay City Choir Boys, he might be finding out that he bit off a little bit more than he can chew.
I always like to see Matthew Grant get dropped on his coccyx. I think it's
on his what?
On his coccyx. It's the backbone. Not what you were thinking. Let's keep it clean.
Can we say that?
We can say
I might have to clear that with the censors first.
Coccyx is a body part.
With Matthew Grant, with that rear waist lock, trying to lift up the big man, but look at Judas!
Wow, that was like almost like a Cesaro swing, but in reverse.
Just not even grabbing a hold of Matthew Grant. Grant holding on for dear life. Now getting thrown in the corner by Judas! What a chop from the powerhouse of Bay City. Now Grant ducking out of the way. Chop from Grant.
That must have felt like wind when you're running, when you're jogging. That's what that chop felt like for Matthew Grant. Now here's an interesting fact, Kevin, and I got to point this out. You're right, he is the power of Bay City, but I can't wait to see the power of Empire get in there and tangle with Judas. We could be seeing one hell of a brawl when those two get together.
Very much so, but before we see that, Grant raking the eyes of Judas and taking the big man down. Now, as you know, when you're on the mat like that, it doesn't matter how big you are.
Absolutely. Listen, Matt Grant is great at being an opportunist. He picks his spots. He knows what to do, just to kind of thread that needle of what's legal and what's not legal.
Now tag made, and we might be about to see the powerhouses of each of these respective teams go against each other. And, you know, JT Kirk, he's been spending a lot of time in the gym lately. You can see it. Cover made, kick out from Judas.
Absolutely. Listen, he looks fantastic. He's put the work in, and when you put the work in, you can see the results. And the result is that Kirk is showing why he is the messiah of the facebuster. I mean, this man, I've seen this man lift many a man, double, triple his size with ease. And that's a credit to his strength and power.
Another credit to their strength is the fact that they are the current HWE Tag Team Champions. Titles, of course, not on the line in this match here tonight. HWE management would not allow it for a second show in a row.
Well, I mean, they did the first time around, and Empire defended it, questionable or not questionable. Oh, no, I don't like this at all.
Oh, now here comes Seth. What does he have in store?
That is one way to crack a human being's back.
Rope hung double stomp there. Not only across the back, but also driving that throat directly into that top rope. And those ropes are not loose at all, George.
No, they are unforgiving, much like a lot of things on a ring. The apron, the unforgiving steel of the post. I mean, let's be honest, the wrestling ring is completely unforgiving.
That it sure is. Now, JT Kirk eats a Manhattan drop, following it up with a neck breaker. Could this be it for the Bay City Choir Boys? Kick out.
No, I mean, I like the Bay City Choir Boys strategy. Hit them with power moves and then force them for that kick out, which we know, as we've talked about it numerous times, the more you force an opponent to kick out, the more energy they expel. But I think you got to do a lot more to the reject to try to put them away.
Well, we've seen JT Kirk go up against some of the very best in Ontario, not only in tag team action, but in singles action in the past. JT Kirk getting shot off into the ropes. Well, the Choir Boys knocking him down, bringing him right back up to their level.
And that's what I was talking about earlier, Kevin. We were talking about the symmetry between brothers, literal brothers, and Bay City Choir Boys are proven why they may be the best. Wow, look at that power. The best brother tag team that's out there. And Judas with a little taunt at Matt Grant. I'm not going to be mad at that. I'm not going to be mad at that at all.
We love to see it, that's for sure. One of the things that makes this team so entertaining is their nonchalant trash talk, if you will.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody that trash talks better than professional wrestlers. I mean, I get it goes hand in hand, and it may be cliche to say that. Wow, look at that.
Big boot from Kirk, and just like that, the momentum has changed. Empire may be in control of this tag team match. Okay, there's kids in the audience, Grant. This is a family show.
Well, to be honest, I mean, he did say sucking female dogs, so he was just trying to... That's not very legal by Kirk either, knocking Judas off the apron. Now, mind you, I will say this. When it comes to, again, opportunity, the Bay City Choir Boys may go above board, but see, this is what I'm talking about. Empire knows. They force them in. Now they get the illegal double team. It's what makes Empire so damn good, Kevin. It is.
Absolutely, they're able to pick those spots. They're able to take advantage of it enough to get them the win. Now Matthew Grant, a shot right to the spine. Seth reeling. Grant off the ropes. Senton from the standard of professional wrestling. Going for the cover. And two, says the official Chris Haller.
Did you see that young fan sign? I think it said, I weigh more than.
I know.
And he's like 7.
That might be a scientific fact, George.
I think that's factual. We should get somebody to fact check that. Where's Adam Hayes? He's not doing anything. Let him fact check it.
You think Adam Hayes knows the facts? Come on. That guy lives in a world of his own.
This is true. Did you see that jacket? Oi.
That tag made, JT Kirk, the reject, coming in.
Now I gotta say, we haven't touched on this at all, Kevin. I gotta give Empire credit. They're kicking it old school right now. Yeah, they're doing the illegal double teams and all that kind of stuff. We see it, we get it. But they have been able to cut Seth off from Judas. And in tag team wrestling, you want to make it a handicap match, and they've done that very well up until this point.
Very much so. It's all about cutting that ring in half, making sure your opponent cannot make it to their partner. But now Seth looking for a big move here off the top. Crossbody taking down the Messiah of the Facebuster.
But here's the thing. Seth is so far away from Judas. Kirk is a lot closer to Grant. I don't know if Seth can make it. Well, I spoke too soon. There you go.
He made it, the agility coming into play, and now we're right back where we started. Judas and Grant, one for Kirk. Taking him down.
That is so damn great. Look at the power of Judas. I freaking love it. Merry Christmas, Kirk.
Slam. Very Davey Boy-esque. Now Grant wants a piece of Judas. Regretting it though.
Oh no. Oh no. Look at this double T maneuver. Wow.
Flatliner and reverse DDT at the same time. Judas going for the cover kick out from Grant. You got to think, if the Bay City Choir Boys are able to pick up the win here tonight, that's got to put them in line for an opportunity at those HWE Tag Team titles.
I would have to say that HWE management would have to reconsider and maybe invite the Bay City Choir Boys to challenge Empire on their own turf. And I think they would be definitely in line if they could do that. They could show HWE management that they deserve a shot at those titles. And I don't know about you, Kevin, but it always brings a tear to my eye when I see Matthew Grant get chopped.
Well, I mean, the Bay City Choir Boys currently holding 2 separate tag titles across Canada. But now, JT Kirk showing exactly why they call him the Messiah of the Facebuster. Now Seth coming in, turning things around. And a cutter from the younger of the 2 Cassidy brothers.
Wow, look at the power of Matt Grant. We don't really see Matt Grant's power too often. Wow.
Red Hill Valley driver, center of the ring. Not quite able to capitalize and make the pin because Seth is not the legal man.
Oh no.
Judas now right into a shot from Grant. Okay.
Okay, classy. Oh!
Mocking a certain famous beer drinking stockbroker there.
Well, you know what? It's always good to see. Oh! It's always good to see Matthew Grant get a little bit of karma. I love it. Oh my God, you gotta be. And that's what I don't think a lot of people touch on either, Kevin. Matt Grant, ever the underdog, does not quit.
Yeah, he does not. Started off his career using the moniker of the undeniable underdog. Won many championships under that name, but now he's changed things around. He considers himself the standard of pro wrestling. Everyone should be measured up to him.
By height?
I think it's more of a figurative thing. I don't think it's a literal thing.
I was going to say, I know elves in the North Pole that are taller than him.
Superplex by Seth, and now Judas with a big time splash. This is gotta be it. Kirk breaking it up just in time.
Wow, Kirk literally saved that for his team by a split second. Split second. If he was 1 second late, match would have been over. And you gotta wonder. Oh, wow, what a
shank! Shank by Matthew Grant.
You gotta wonder, was it HWE management that said no titles on the line, or was it Empire that said no titles on the line? Because I think they might have been a little bit afraid to lose them to the Bay City Choir Boys.
I mean, if you ask Empire, they're willing to defend those titles every day of the week, but in practice, it's not always the case. Going for the cover. Seth breaking it up just in time. Just as Chris Holler was about to make the 3. Wow. Now Kirk being sent to the outside. All 3 men in the ring down at the moment.
What is Matthew Grant going to do in this handicap situation?
Well, he's got something planned here. I don't like the look on his face.
No way. You don't.
I think he's been watching a little bit too much Gregory Helms lately.
You don't think.
Oh! Well, bit off more than he could chew.
Literally.
Now I think we're about to see that patented finishing move, taking Grant up. Poser Disposer coming up.
I called it. Look at that.
Crystal Moon. Crystal Moon is in the building.
They always travel in threes, Kevin. I called it from the jump. Look at that. Look at that. Empire's going to steal another one.
Now Matthew Grant taking advantage here. Oh, no!
The low blow from a low human being.
Right in the family jewels. Now Grant and Kirk looking for that grand finale. The sip, flipping, tag, move. Assisted code breaker going for the cover. 2, 3, Empire wins.
As always, stealing a win here, Kevin. And as much as it was a great match to kick off the show, I'm not going to lie, I'm not happy about the result.
Well, Empire picking up the win now, carrying that moniker of the best brother tag team in Canada, all due to the assist of the misfit, Crystal Moon.
Oh, sickens me to my core.
Empire always very proud of the win, no matter how they got it. But all I can say is I'm sure this isn't the last we've seen of Empire and the Bay City Choir Boys in tag team action.
I honestly and truly hope that oh, come on. That was a young fan sign.
They paid for that. It came out of their pocket, Grant. This Matthew Grant guy, no regard for anyone but himself.
No class.
And his tag team partners. Now Empire living to fight another day. What a way for them to end off this year as they look to the future in 2024.
Regardless, these fans showed some appreciation for the Bay City Choir Boys, rightfully so. They got screwed, and I hope that the matchmaker and HWE management and New Frontier management saw that garbage.